right, so you guys missed it, but Chrissy and I caught up on all things baby.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And yep,
Updates are done.
updates are done, so you missed it. Sorry.
I should have tuned in earlier.
Yeah. I don't know if I have anything exciting to report.
Your
Um,
last thing was about the Category 5 breach. Any updates on that? On your blameless meeting?
did I tell you yeah, I had the blameless postmortem. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that was exciting about that is that our dear friend of the pod, Meg, who also works with me, turns out IT broke something very serious
Oh
on the
no, and trying
website.
to fix the thing?
No,
Or
unrelated,
oh.
total new issue. And so then there was the 300-person call, but they were yelling at each other. And I was like, ugh, I wish I could have been a fly on the
Oh my
wall.
gosh. It's just like a weekly occurrence.
What you learn about companies and corporate and all this stuff is that things look so nice. But if you went into like the code under the hood, see what's like lurking there, it is code written by some random person, perhaps someone like me from 15 years ago, that is holding together the whole thing, and it's covered with duct tape and patchwork, and it's more duct tape than actual like
Yeah,
materials.
that is
So,
so crazy.
yeah. Hmm.
Man, I, yeah, Josh's family, a lot of them code or like in different coding things. And so we
Hmm.
saw one of his brother was showing us like his coding stuff, whatever. And it's like just the like typewriter font, white
Yeah.
background. And I was like,
Yeah.
you're kidding. This is holding our banks together. This, this
Yeah.
plain text on a white background.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And if you add an extra comma, whole thing's
It
broken.
all it's all done. Like what? Who designed this? It's crazy. Apparently with the banks, they use this like code or language that's from, I
Cobalt.
don't know. Yeah, COBOL. There might be another one. But yeah, no, I think it is COBOL. Right. And like
Yeah.
no one really learns it anymore, but all the banks are
No.
running on it. And so they're
Yeah.
like, well, we can't change it. So,
It's one of those things where it's like the most secure thing possible right now would be like a floppy disk. Who can hack a floppy disk, right?
it's true.
Who would even be able to access the floppy disk? So it's one of those things where it's like it's so old, it's watertight now.
Yeah. It's circled back. Everyone's lost the secrets
Yeah.
to.
Well, like they say, like with your cryptocurrency or whatever, you get like this key. Have you ever heard of this? It's like your wallet
Oh.
passcode.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
like, I don't know if you set it or if it's randomly generated, but if anyone has access to this passcode, they have access to all of your crypto, all of your Bitcoins.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, you need to keep it really secure and you can't change it once you get it. It's like set, it's like this thing. Okay.
Okay.
So so famously, this one guy, apparently he had X amount of Bitcoins and his password was on this flash drive and this flash drive got thrown away. And so he doesn't know his password to access his Bitcoins. And his Bitcoins are worth like $10 million dollars now.
Oh, wow.
So he like went to the dump and like was like looking for his flash
Oh
drive,
my
and he
gosh.
has like an award of like all this money to return this flash drive. It's gone. And there's nothing he
Oh
can do about it.
no. What? There's no way for him to access, like prove his identity.
That's the whole thing with like the crypto stuff is that it's like it's this thing and that's it.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So then they tell you like write it on like a piece of paper.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, put it on your fridge.
Yeah, put it in a safe. Like that's like the most secure. Write it on a piece of paper, which is like
Oh
that
my
used to be the least
gosh.
secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I had a check the other day because I had to mail in a $2 check. I was like,
Chrissy,
what is this? What?
It was $570 million. dollars.
Oh, oh my gosh. So what happens? It's just sitting there?
He just thinks it's in a landfill. For over
Oh
10
my God.
years, he's been trying to find
But
it.
it's 10 years?
It's gone.
Wow. This is going to be like the 2020 version of National Treasure. It's
Yeah.
like on a quest to find the flash drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, it's a password
Yep.
and he really can't remember it.
No, because it's usually like 100 characters of like random computer gibberish.
Oh, you don't even make your own password.
And maybe you can, maybe you don't. I don't know, but
Oh, he used one
usually
of the
it's
auto fill ones. That's crazy. Oh
yeah, usually
gosh.
you do something like that to keep it really secure. Because if someone can guess your password,
Right.
then they get it.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh. I'm so sad.
I know. Sorry, I cut you off. So you were
Oh
mailing a
no,
check
that's
for two
okay.
dollars.
Yeah, I had to mail a check for $2. And already I was like, do I even have a check? I had my one last check left. Anyways, I mailed this check, but then I messed up on it, or I don't know, whatever it was. I had to shred this check. And I was like, do I even need to do this? Like, is anyone, or maybe I don't even, for some reason I was dealing with checks and I had to cut one up. But I was like, I was like, does this do anything? Does anyone go through your trash and actually take a check and like steal all your identity? I'm like, I don't even know how this would work. Is me ripping it up into five pieces actually doing something?
I mean, the only thing I would say with a check is that it does have your account and your routing number.
Mm,
And
it's
so
true.
if it has also your name and your address on it, which it's like when the elderly would tell me that they didn't feel safe giving me their credit card number, but they wanted to mail a check. And I was like, boo, this has like your zip code, this has your name, this has your account, your routing. If I flip it over, I'll probably find your social security. Like you're crazy. Um,
Good point.
so I would say that it's good practice to rip up a check.
Who goes through the trash and finds my check though? Right? I don't
I
know.
know. Because you would, if I was a hacker, I would go to like the rich mansions in
Oh, that's
Miami
true.
and like look for their ripped up checks. I'm not going to like a random apartment complex.
But do people still even look for ripped up checks or do they just hack it from
I guess
the
that's
internet
true.
side, you know?
Oh my God. I had a hacker on,
What happened?
it was horrible. It was on Wednesday. No,
Oh, this
Thursday.
was recent.
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So Andrew and I, we were trying to become locals at a bar.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so
You
we're
go every
trying
Thursday?
so we're trying to go like, you know, a couple times a month.
Oh,
And it's
okay,
like
okay.
it's this fancy little wine bar. Okay, so we went
Fancy.
to our fancy little wine bar trying to become locals. We're have a drink, and I check my email because I'm always checking my email, and it says my Nintendo Switch account. Someone logged in from Colombia, South America,
What?
and then they were like, "Click here to reset your password." And I was like, "That is the hack." I bet nobody logged in from South America.
Yeah.
They want me to click this and then they're going to take my password,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So I thought I was being smart. So then 30 minutes later, like within 30 minutes, I get home, boot up my Switch, and then I see that I don't have access to any of my games.
Oh, oh no.
And I'm like, what? No way. So then I try to like get into my account and like everything's gone, like locked up. And I'm like, what? And then I finally get in and then the person from Colombia, they booted up their Switch. They made it the primary console. They made mine like the old one.
What?
And I was like, I can't believe this. Within like 30 minutes, this all happened.
Whoa.
So then I'm like, oh my gosh. Then I'm talking to Nintendo, this, that. They have to do all these verifications because apparently Nintendo, they they don't let you switch your primary console except one time a year.
You're kidding. What a strange security measure.
Well, so the reason why they do that is because you have all these digital games and they
Okay.
want every person with a Nintendo to buy their own digital game. They do not want you
Oh,
sharing.
I see. Okay. All right.
They have a different method if you want to share, but they don't want you. Okay.
Okay. I
So
see.
this is their protocol. So they said, you can't change it for a year, but we'll see what we can do. And I'm like,
Oh my God. Wait, so what does it mean that you're the secondary? You still can't access anything?
and I'm old potatoes.
Oh
I
no.
know.
Okay.
And I have like an extensive Nintendo Switch library. This person in Colombia was probably like, oh my God, I have every game.
Hit the jackpot. Yeah.
They're thumbing through, being like, oh my God, what game am I going to play first? They're probably downloading all of the games while this is happening. And then
Oh my
finally
gosh.
they kick the person off of Colombia. And then I made new password, two-way authentication.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's so crazy.
I
How did that
know.
happen?
I don't know.
Why were you chosen?
I don't know. I didn't think people really hacked that stuff, but if you're, I mean,
Wow.
because if I'm not an active gamer, right? You get into
Yeah,
my
you might never
account,
know.
I might not know for months.
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy.
I know. So that was
Wow,
my hacking
glad
story.
you worked it out.
I know. Unfortunately for them, I play my Nintendo Switch every single day. So
Yeah. Not it wasn't 30 minutes that went by before you noticed.
I was
Just the
immediately,
wrong gamer.
yeah, I was immediately calling like FBI, like Homeland Security.
Category 5,
Category
national.
5, national security.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
Man.
was my big story. What do you have a big story you want to share? Or you're shared
Um,
out?
let's see. Well, okay, so I had sent you this other picture that I never explained that you
Oh,
noticed.
okay. So Chrissy sent me a picture of her baby bump.
Hmm.
Very typical for a
Very
pregnant
cute.
person to do and very cute. Then she also sent me this horrifying picture of her and her husband. And they were like, it was like when you get your picture and then you do like the auto thing where it says make it black and white or something, and then you look like a demon.
Oh, yes. It does have hints of that.
And so it looked like that, but then it also appears maybe it's a paint by numbers.
Yes, I'm trying to find the original picture. So this is from 2 years ago. I don't even think we were married yet. I don't know. It was from a while ago when for I think Josh's birthday or for our anniversary or something. I was like, "Oh, it'd be so fun to do a paint by numbers of one of our pictures." Because we did that with your cat picture. And I was like, "That was really fun. Like it was a cute date
Yeah,
idea or fun activity
yeah,
to do together." And so I got this picture that he liked of us from Arkansas, which I'll send you now. And it's a very normal picture. I thought it'd be a lot of fun because we're wearing solid colors, although I have a scarf that has some like stripes on it. There's some trees in the background, very normal picture. I send it to this thing on Etsy so they can make a paint by numbers for me. And they had excellent reviews. And then this paint by numbers comes in. And if you zoom in, there's like each number is like a centimeter block.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
like a million numbers all next to each other, and each space is so tiny. And I don't know what it is, but they really went in on all the shading, I guess.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
anyways, we've had this for 2 years and we've been too scared to do it because we're like, this is too advanced. This is
Yeah,
stressing us out. But then yesterday we were like, okay, well, we moved across the country. We're going to move again. We can't keep carrying this thing with us. We just need to do it. So we started it. And, from far away, it looks a lot better than up close.
well, that's how painting always is.
I don't know, but this one, I don't know if you've zoomed in. It's crazy because Josh's face, I was painting him and he was painting me. His face has like 8 different shades of tan and pink. So he looks
Yeah,
like camo Josh. And his eyes are just dark brown circles. There's
some
no eye color, there's no pupils.
something's happening around his nose area that makes it appear that he has like a Monopoly Man mustache.
That's the shadow.
Yeah, but like from far away, I think like it's looking pretty good. I think that if you do a paint by numbers, that means that you're not good at painting,
This is way
and
too
the
advanced.
numbers should be limited to 12. And you have like 30
Yes.
colors.
We actually, it's only like 20. We have 23, 24.
Okay.
But it's a lot. It's way too much. The little squares are so tiny.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
you're painting by pixels.
Yes. It's wild. So anyways, that's what we've been up to.
Oh my gosh. That feels like a very Chrissy project. That's the most Chrissy thing I've heard all day.
We're doing a paint by numbers with a million numbers.
A procrastinated project of
Yeah.
paint by numbers.
And we're gonna enjoy it.
We're gonna enjoy it. Did you ever watch Pulse?
Oh,
Kill
I
you. All
still
right.
have it.
Okay. Well, this is your reminder. Do it tonight. Please and thank you.
Someone recommended another movie that or a show that's also very similar
I
based
just
on
need you to watch a
Miami.
couple episodes.
I know, I know.
That's it.
I know. Josh's schedule gets better this week, so I think it might
All right.
we might be able to. I've been mentioning it. I've been doing my work.
Okay. Okay. Tell Josh it means a lot to me.
I will. I'll deliver the message.
And one day he'll need a favor from me, and I'm gonna repeat, "Did you watch Pulse?" And he's gonna say no. I'm gonna be like, "Favor denied." Watch Pulse and then
It
come and talk to
all
me again.
hinges on this. That's so funny. Oh, it's
The
called The Pit. Have you heard of that one?
pit?
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about. But my friend said I was telling my friend about
Oh,
this. I said
Jesus.
Candy recommended Josh we watched The Pulse, but Josh watched the trailer and he said too close to actual reality, can't do it. And she said, if you can't watch The Pulse, I don't know if you should even try The Pit because it's apparently the most accurate.
No, what's funny about Pulse is that it's like camp. It's like ridiculous. Okay, so the pit. Okay, all right.
I have no idea. Oh, it's a medical drama. Is it
Yeah.
based in Miami?
It looks like
Oh, it looks like
Pittsburgh.
it is. Oh. Oh, I see. So it's just more okay. So it's more medically accurate, maybe,
Yeah,
but not Miami. No, I
not
think we need the
Miami.
Pulse
You
special.
need you need the Pulse special. I'm sure it's getting canceled, so you won't have to ever watch season two.
Okay, but yeah, those
Okay,
are all my updates.
cool. Well, so I did the summaries this week.
Yeah, thank you. What
Yeah,
a huge help.
Chrissy's been doing all of the editing. God bless her. And that's been a lot. And so I had a little extra time, so I did the summaries. It took a long time.
Summaries take a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, especially if you weren't planning on doing the summary, because I like will write little chapter summaries as I go.
Hmm.
And so then that helps, but it still takes a long time.
Yeah. I'm glad that I did it because it did remind me of a lot of different things. Because the 200
Yeah.
pages, it's a lot of
A lot
content.
happened. I was reading through my notes. I was like, gosh, Candy must have had a long, tough time writing the summary. So
It
much happened.
it took me about an hour,
Yeah.
maybe 90 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah.
right. I
Yeah.
know. Maybe we split it up from here on out. That's a lot.
I think that might be good because it's too much for you to do all the editing plus the summaries.
It adds up. Summaries
Adds
are.
up. Okay, so how I broke it up is first part will be chapters 19 through 21. Um, so that's they're just kind of talking about the bone carver. Chapters
Mm,
22 through 31, so that's a ten chapter chunk. That's when they go
the Weaver.
no, so that's after the Weaver. They go visit the fam.
Oh, okay. The Bone Carver we did in the last episode, I thought.
Yeah, so we're just kind of hashing out what the bone
Oh,
carver
okay,
said. And
okay.
then the Weaver.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Weaver. Yeah. So the Weaver, then the fam, and then the Autumn Court.
That sounds great.
Or I'm sorry, Summer Court.
Oh yeah, oh, that's right. You texted me. You said I'll summarize the autumn court, and I was like, okay, but I hadn't even read. I haven't gotten to the summer court yet, and I was like, oh no, we're going to the autumn court. And then I started reading, and then we're at the summer court. I was like, my gosh, we're going to both courts in this section. So there's a lot happening. But yes,
Woo!
they went to the summer court.
Okay. So we're going to start with chapters 19 through 21. Ready?
hmm But
Oh.
first, welcome to Bookalicious.
Woo.
It's a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading and other things going on. I'm Chrissy.
I'm Candace.
And
Hi.
today, hello. And today we are doing our part two of ACOMAF by Sarah
Yes.
J. Maas.
Yep.
And we're describing all the things Candy just said.
Yep. That's right. Okay. So part one, 19 through 21. This is my summary. I'm just going to read it.
Go for it.
The bone carver has set Fei Fei and Rhys on their Horcrux adventure. Do you remember
Just like
Horcruxes from Harry
that.
Potter?
Yeah, uh-huh. It does
Yeah.
sound like that.
Phase one is for Fei Fei to test her abilities by collecting what I thought was the first Horcrux, Rhys's strange magical ring that is in the vault of, quote, the Weaver.
hmm
The Weaver is a blind seamstress who is very powerful and keeps high Fei trinkets in her cottage. Once inside the cottage, Fei Fei uses her magic spidey sense to sniff out where Rhys's ring is. She grabs the ring, but doing so catches the Weaver's attention. The Weaver closes up all of the windows and doors, leaving Fei Fei trapped. Fei Fei attempts to burn the cottage down by grabbing the Weaver's lit candle, which is a strange choice as the Weaver is both blind and lives in a flammable home.
Good
That was a
point.
question I had. Okay. While the Weaver is ablaze, Fei Fei decides to escape Santa style up the chimney. However, Fei Fei gets stuck halfway up Pooh Bear style. Even though Fei is stuck, her hands are free to pound open a loose brick and curb stomp the Weaver in the face. With the extra room, Fei Fei is able to wiggle out of the chimney, which we discover is lined with greasy fat, making me wonder how she got stuck in the first place. Once Fei Once Fei is out of the chimney, we learn the Weaver used hair to thatch her roof instead of hay.
So
Unclear why
gross.
unclear why she chose that roofing material.
It's like Hansel
Fei,
and Gretel,
uh,
but
it's like
way worse.
I don't know. A lot of questions there. Okay. Fei Fei is PO'd at Rhys for having her fetch his ring. Rhys distracts Fei Fei by spilling tea on Ianthe. We learn Ianthe is a Diddy-style sexual predator who invited Rhys to one of her baby oil sex parties. Rhys refused her advances, but we remember poor Lucian, who mentioned he did not like Ianthe, and Fei Fei realized Ianthe was causing a hostile work environment for Lucian.
Oh gosh. It's causing a lot of things. Now she's worried about Ianthe and Tam. And I said, yeah,
They're
I think
predators
that thought
together.
comes up. Yeah. Poor Lucian. I
I
like him.
know.
He
I
doesn't
know.
deserve this.
Lucian's just like, I'm just trying to live. He's like, I can't go home and I have to live here. And I'm just let him live. So, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the first
So
part.
that's it. Hmm.
Okay, great. Ugh, yeah, Weaver House, very gross. Did not like that.
I don't understand the concept of the Weaver. Like,
Who is she?
why are they leaving their trinkets with her and why can't they fetch them?
I really, okay. I had two questions with that. Yeah, one, what is her backstory? How did this happen? And then, so Rhys is getting this, wants to get this ring that his mom left with the Weaver for safekeeping, which I'm like, so people are willingly giving the Weaver their things? Because I thought she was like, snatching them up or something.
No, she's like a bank.
What? She has higher security than Nintendo. So you put it
Yeah,
in once, can never take it out.
never get it out. Yeah, it's like you put it in her vault and then I don't know.
That's just it. You just give it to her forever.
They think
I
it's
don't
a
get
vault,
it.
but you're just giving it to her.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay, so but then my question is, all right, what's the secret behind this ring? It must be very powerful.
That's why I
Why
feel
did
like
she give it
it's
to the Weaver?
Exactly.
Those are my questions. Also, I thought Faye, because Faye was able to sneak in undetected because she has Rice's High Lord power in her. So
Yeah.
she like the Weaver can't sniff her out. I thought that would also protect her when she took the item because she is Rhys, but I guess that's not how it worked out. Was I misunderstanding that, or can you actually just never take it out?
I'm thinking because we find out in the last part of this section that she kind of has like their signature scent, but it's not like
Yes.
100%, right?
Okay.
So maybe, and I think if you're quiet, the weaver doesn't notice you, but maybe she has like secret strings on all of her like items or something.
Oh,
And if
uh-huh.
you like pick it up, it like sets off the fire
Sets off
alarm.
the trap.
It's like
Yeah.
wee woo wee woo, and then she she closes all the windows and the doors.
Ugh.
But
Yeah,
about
that
the
could be it.
chimney, the
That's a
chimney scene,
chimney.
the chimney scene was very confusing to me because she's climbing up it and she gets stuck. So I'm imagining are her are her arms straight down by her side?
It was unclear. I I
I
think
read it a
the
couple of times.
and it never made sense.
No.
I guess the idea was she finally found the power within herself to like calm down the panic and then just use her super fairy extra power strength. And even though her arms were like, what is that when you're wrapped in the thing?
Bound?
Um, yeah, but like what they do like in prisons.
Handcuffed?
No, I really can't think of the word. Man, I really don't know. But
Chained?
anyways,
Okay.
no, it's like a blanket that they put on you, but like not a
Oh.
blanket. What's that called?
Oh, oh my God. Constraint. It's
Oh,
like a sane asylum bodysuit.
yeah. Yeah, what is okay. I'll look it up later. But anyways, even if she's in that, she was able to break free because she's just so superhuman strong. I don't know. I guess that was the point, but you're right. I had some questions on the logistics of how this happened.
Well, because it's like if she's so strong that she's like busting out her arms, then I feel like the chimney would break into a million pieces.
Yeah. Why was there only one brick that went away?
Like like if your arms are like stuck
Good
and you
point.
can't move, because like you you're crawling up the chimney, which is already that's a crazy big chimney, especially for a tiny little cottage. But you're climbing
Hmm.
up and then you get stuck. Your arms are going to be either like by your face.
Yeah.
And then how could you get them down? I don't know. The whole thing, I was like, the logistics of this make no sense. And then why is it covered in like fat?
Oh,
What is she
I
doing in
guess it
there?
smells nice whenever she heats it up. Is that like holding it together?
It sounded like it was, to me, it implied it was like
Slippery?
body fat.
Yeah. No, I think so. Gross.
And she's like gobbling up people and using them to make her house.
That's why I don't know why people are leaving their most valuable possessions with her.
It, it was very strange. I don't know what was
What
trying
the
to be
takeaway was.
accomplished. Yeah.
Do you think she's gonna come back and we're gonna learn more about her backstory and we'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should have talked to her. It seems like, I don't know. Because normally, if you're blind in fantasy, it means that you can see like the other
Like the future or
dimensions.
something.
Yeah, or something
Yeah.
else.
Well, I think if Feyre didn't sneak out, didn't escape, she would have gotten gobbled up. So I don't think conversation maybe was an option because Rhys
Yeah.
couldn't go in because she already like hates him or something. He did something.
It, okay, red flag or deal breaker. Everywhere you go with your new boyfriend, everyone hates him.
Red flag or deal breaker, he keeps sending you out. And he leaves because he says, I can't go there. They don't
I,
like me.
I've been, I have a lifetime ban from this bar. Can you go in and get me a
I
drink? Like,
know. They might try to kill you.
like, why do you keep getting banned from everywhere you go?
I know. Good question. But you know what? Still fewer red flags than Tam.
That's true. That's true.
So between the options, I guess this is what we're doing.
There was one comment that was made somewhere around here, and I think Feifei made it, and I was like, "Wow, good point." And she said, "The bone carver, the weaver, can't you ever just call someone by a given name?" I was like, "Yeah." The under the mountain.
The under the mountain.
I feel like it's like a poor man's way to make it like feel spooky.
Yeah. You wouldn't be scared of like Gretel,
No,
but the Weaver.
the weaver. Whoa. Oh my God. So I thought it
I
was
feel
funny.
like I think that was funny. I feel like Faye's gotten kind of funny. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Sarah J. Maas is coming out more maybe in this book where like there's some
Yeah.
funny lines in there. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
like aware of like why are we naming it like this?
Yes. Yes. I
Why
like
do you
that.
say 30 plus 10 instead of 40?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Any more thoughts on the weaver?
Not on the Weaver.
Okay. We talked about the ring. So next thing
Oh,
would
wait, did you have
be
any guesses as to what the power is other than
this ring.
yeah.
I
Also, is
feel
that the
like,
ring that's on the front cover?
oh yes, yes, I definitely think it's the ring.
What I'm thinking.
Okay, putting my fantasy hat on, this is probably like part of the Horcrux. Putting my ACOMAF hat on, this is probably going to be Fei Fei's engagement ring.
Sounds right. He's like, I needed it to be special for you. I wanted you to pick it out.
Has my scent on it.
Yeah, that's how we knew we were true matches. Yeah,
What do
okay, but
you
as part of
think?
the Horcrux, like what does it help them decode the Book of Breathing? Or
Okay,
like
so the
are they going to put another soul in it like Jurian? Or will it
ooh,
release his soul or something? They can put it
that's
into a new ring.
sneaky. Maybe okay,
Put
because the bone
Amarantha.
carver last time he was basically like, you need to get these two halves of these books and you put them together and then you read the book and it's going to tell you what to do.
Hmm.
And they're trying to resurrect Jurian, some super powerful human,
Hybern
strange
is the enemy group is trying to
Hybern,
resurrect Jurian.
who's trying to
Hmm.
do it. Yeah. And Jurian currently lives, his soul lives in a ring
Amarantha's ring.
or
Yeah. His
necklace
little
or something.
eyeball is
Yeah.
spinning around.
Yeah. And so that would be interesting if this is the new ring that they're going to put his soul in.
Mm. I feel like they would need to change it though. It can't just be Jurian going from one ring to the next. Do you think
Oh, the,
Amarantha would go in a ring? Or maybe that's also just too repetitive. They need
I
a new
think
thing.
I think they could trap him in the ring and then smash it.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
They, they make him pocket size and then they take him to Mount Doom and then they throw it in the volcano
Over the mountain,
over.
inside the mountain.
Oh.
His final resting place. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you think about Ianthe?
Oh, none of it was surprising that she's
No.
actually kind of like evil, trying to get in with everybody.
Yeah.
Made sense. I was like, yeah, we knew this all along. How did you not see this, Mayra?
Well, so when Fei was observing Ianthe, she was like really impressed by like, wow,
Yeah,
she moves like a
knows what to
man,
do.
knows what to do, this,
She's like the
that.
popular girl at school.
Yeah. What didn't make sense to me is like Rhys was really upset that she was like coming on to him,
Mm-hmm.
but he said no and get out, and then she left. So I'm like,
That's true. I guess just that she was trying to do that was
it
enough for him
seems
to be
like that's
upset. It
they
seems
have,
like that's what everyone does.
I know. I'm like, this doesn't feel weird. This feels like
This
normal
seems
for like
actually,
this world.
yes, this is the most inline thing that has happened in this whole book.
They have orgy porgy parties. Like
Oh
what
my gosh. Well, I
this
guess Rhys doesn't though.
I,
Like that's spring court shenanigans that they do. It's to make spring come again.
I think what's weird about this book, where it's the direction it's going, is that there's this weird, like, puritanical thing around chastity and like
Oh.
virginity and things like that, where I'm like, this doesn't make sense with this world.
Hmm. Do you think though, is that too different from our world? Where it's like there is a big divide maybe, where like in certain settings or like instances or with certain people, like you do have those really puritanical values, but then in you also have the opposite where it's like, who cares? Totally not an
I,
issue.
I, I guess, but I guess what feels weird to me is that why do women, why are women second class citizens in fairy world? Because
Um,
women oftentimes become second class citizens in society because, you know, the physical differences, taking care of babies, X, Y, and Z. If you all have magical powers, it feels like that kind of equalizes a lot of those things.
well, I don't know, maybe the physical differences are still there
Yeah.
or the, you know, child raising part is still there. You're right. I mean, they really don't go into it. It does seem to be just like an assumption, though, kind of, that I feel like we were talking about last time. We just kind of carried in a lot of human things and put
Yeah.
it in the fairy world and doesn't super make sense.
Right.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying there.
I'm like, women, go take your rights back. Like, I feel like they're very powerful women fairies. I feel like they could, like, with their own powers. It seems like they could just create their own society if they wanted.
Yeah. Well, okay, but the high priest thing, what did they say? Is that only male fairies? Or the High Lord? The High Lords, are they all male? Because if that's just how it goes, because that's just like something, whoever's born the strongest becomes the High Lord. And so if it's always a male, it's like I could see why that could lead to
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that
differences.
too. So Tam Tam said that, but then Reese was like, that's not true. And then Fei Fei was like, oh,
But we still haven't met any female High Lords.
that's true.
So I don't know. Who knows?
I think what would be interesting to me is if we find out that these fairies are all originally people,
Oh.
and then somehow magic got introduced and they turned into the fairies. And that to me would make a lot of these types of cultural norms make sense, that they've
Hmm.
prevailed even through time, if that's like your
Even though
origins,
we're in a
maybe.
different world, they've never mentioned England. They were talking about Downton Abbey last time. Of like, I don't know, are these humans different? Or maybe not. Maybe it's just humans here are the same as humans in this mythical world.
Yeah,
I do think that would be interesting though. So you're thinking like maybe even like Tam Tam and Reese were humans turned fairies, or are you saying like long ago that's how it happened?
at least the at minimum the originals,
Oh,
because now
that'd
they
be
can
interesting.
have babies and stuff. And it would kind of make
Yeah.
sense like why we find out like the queens are involved and they're human, which is like strange, but it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
that was a little strange. Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. We don't get a fairy origin story. I guess we don't get a human origin story either, though.
This isn't the Bible.
Yeah. Where's our creation story? Don't get any of that.
Yeah, so but barring that, what we know, it feels weird that you have all of these very like human type of norms that aren't serving all of the people. Like why would women just relinquish their power when when they have magic, when they can be super powerful? Like Amarantha is apparently one of the most powerful people. Like I'm sure there's other lady fairies that could be strong. Like why would they just let themselves.
Well, who's really letting themselves not
Well,
be
we find out what is it? Reese's number one lady,
more?
more. We find out her backstory is basically like they wanted her to be a virgin when she got married at
Right.
17. And then she was like, no, I'm gonna sleep around instead. And then
Didn't
they were
something
like,
else
now,
happen?
no, that was it. And then they were like, now we're gonna throw you away because now you're worthless. And I'm like, what? And so then
Yeah,
that's when Rhys finds her like in the woods with like a dagger in her
right.
heart, and he's
Oh my gosh, yeah.
with a post-it note saying trash. And then
It was nailed to her. The post-it note
nailed
was
to
nailed to her.
nailed to her saying trash. Like things like that where I'm just like, this is weird.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're 17 and like the adults are doing that, like you still have that different, but like, I feel like that could be
Yeah.
young versus old power differences.
Yeah,
But you're
but like the
right. The women are held to this different standard. Why are
yeah.
we okay with this? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Good
so anyway, so
questions.
going back to Yanthi, I know she was supposed to be like Diddy style sexual predator, but I don't know, reading the passage, I wasn't like this doesn't seem that bad. It seems like she just propositions people a little aggressively.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would need to reread it again because was she like extra forceful or she was, because I know Feyre was concerned that she was really forceful with Lucian or something. And maybe Rhys, because he's so powerful, he was able to be like, no, get out of here, and she left. But maybe she's not always like that.
So what she did with Reese is he goes into his bedroom and she's like naked. And she's like, let's do it. And he's like, no. And she's like, come on, let's do it. And then he's like, no. And then she tries to like grab him again. And then he's like, get out of here, wench. And then she leaves. All she says about Lucian, I swallowed hard, my heart thundering. She didn't act that way at dot 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 Lucian. Lucian had hated her, had made vague, vicious allusions to not liking her, to being approached by her. I was going to throw up. Had she pursued him like that? Had he been forced to say yes because of her position? Okay, so I guess that part that would kind of stink. Where she's like, if
Yeah,
you don't say yes, then I'm gonna like blackball you.
right. You're out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
So,
so
I
that's
mean,
pretty
she
bad.
doesn't seem great.
No.
It seems like people use, what were we calling it? Boinging.
A boinking. Yeah.
Boinking. Yeah. Yeah. For like power and political moves and stuff. But I don't think forcing people is normally the protocol. And
I,
Ianthe seems forcing people.
I wouldn't, yeah, it seems like she does seem like, now that I'm rereading it, she does seem pretty bad. It kind of sounds like, because part of her proposition to Reese is she wants to
Oh, make the
have
most
his babies,
powerful. Yeah.
babies. So she wants to make, like, I don't know, like, is she propositioning all the lords and trying to get, like, little baby offsprings and, like, start, like, an
Yeah.
army? I don't know.
They all become the next High Lord. I don't know.
That feels like a lot of work as the woman. Like, you have to, like, grow them all up.
But we still don't know how it works.
These, I
No
know.
one knows.
No one knows. I also wrote, is Ianthe supposed to be like a siren? Where
Oh, like a
like
temptress.
kind of like a temptress, but like once you fall for it, like she drags you to the bottom of
Mm,
the ocean and kills you type of thing. Or she like gets control of you. Or like there's some magic that happens that now you become like one of her minions.
I could see that. Do you
Yeah.
think that happened to Tam? Or do you think that's going
Oh,
to happen to
interesting.
Tam?
Probably. And I don't really care.
I know. Okay, but where I feel like this book is going is she's done so much work for us to hate Tam. Very easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And now she's doing all this work for us to like Rhys. And
Yeah.
overall, he seems a lot better. Seems like a
Yeah.
pretty good guy, stand-up guy. But I feel like where this is going to go is that she needs to complicate it more, and then something's going to happen where we find out Rhys was actually like lying to Feyre about something, or turns out to maybe be on the bad side of something. And then
Yeah.
Tam's going to come back, and now all of a sudden Tam's going to seem pretty good. So, anyways, it's all going to be complicated. I feel like that's where this is going.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think also with Rhys, what he's doing to try to like win Feyre's trust is he's sharing his memories with her.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, that feels very easy to manipulate.
Oh, like you share a fake memory?
Or you modify the memory.
Oh,
That's what they did in
interesting.
Harry Potter.
Can you do that here though?
I don't know, but they make it sound like Rhys is like the most powerful mind magician
Yeah.
fairy. So it's like, it seems like if anyone could, he could. It just doesn't
Right.
feel out of the, it doesn't feel like impossible that he is
Secretly
manipulating her.
manipulative. Yeah.
Hmm.
Right. We might find that out. We might.
Okay. Any more comments?
Not on this section.
Okay.
Great summary.
Okay. So now we're going to do another big chunk. My mouse, is it dead? Let me see. Okay, here we go. Chapters 22 through 31. All right, this is a longer one. Back to our Horcrux challenge. Fei must steal the fairy half of the special book the bone carver described from the summer court and then convince the human queens to relinquish their half. For the human queens, the crew decides they need a home base in the human realm. And where better than Fei's house, which was paid for by her ex abusive boyfriend Tam Tam? Daddy Fei is conveniently on a business trip, leaving only Nesta and Elaine for Fei to convince. In an attempt to reduce her sibling rivalry with Nesta, Fei shows up in a crop top, crown, and full glam.
Gosh.
Nesta is displeased with her uninvited and unwelcome guests. We discover that Elaine is on her way to becoming a trad wife by marrying into a white supremacy family. The benefit? She gets to have the title of lady. The family has dinner, and suddenly Fei realizes that human food is garbage and looks disgusted at the meal. Nesta asks if Fei is too good for their dinner, in which Fei says yes.
That was a crazy response. She says other things. And I was like, Feyre,
The
why
worst.
can't you be nice?
The worst. I'm Team
Yeah.
Nesta. Okay.
Oh, God.
Which is crazy because all we see is Nesta being nasty, and I'm like,
Still better than Feyre.
still better than Fei. Okay. Nesta is then very rude to the other fairy boys, and everyone has a terrible time. Fei realizes she forgot to pack pajamas, and instead of asking her sisters for a nightgown, Rhys presents her lacy lingerie, perfect for the winter cold. Rhys tells Fei she needs to practice her magic, so he tells her to meditate in the snow. While Fei tries to be cool for once in her life, an adder sneaks up behind her in an attempt to kidnap her. Turns out Rhys put Fei in the field to act as bait and catch the adder, which works perfectly. Fei is upset she was not in on the plans and attacks Rhys, where her spring court magic of talents pop out. Back at the Fei family manse, Nesta and Azriel have very angry altercations, which in this world is signs of true love.
I was with Cassian. Honestly,
Oh,
it's probably with everybody.
with everybody. I think Nesta and those fairy boys are
Mm-hmm.
they're
That
coming
was my
down the pipe.
prediction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We are introduced to a new literary device, a la Ella Enchanted Book or a Harry Potter memory bowl, where Rhys can replay his memories beat for beat to Faye. The first, I guess, is the second memory. Second memory given is Azriel torturing the Adder for information.
Mm-hmm.
We learn that Rhys is worried Tam Tam will wage war against Midnight Court in an attempt to reclaim his property, Fei Fei. Fei Fei decides to write Tam Tam a letter saying that she is not coming back and they are capital OVER over. Amryn confirms our suspicions about the necessity of tithes as she tells Fei that only the Spring Court enacts one, and the other courts don't need tithes to fund their realms.
Everyone thinks of spring court. They're like, "What are you doing?" It's weird.
I know. They're like, you are so backwards.
I
Okay.
know.
Fei leaves without so much as a thank you to Nesta and has a night on the town at Midnight Court. Fei observes a strange throuple behavior between Moore, Cassian, and Azriel.
Mhm.
Rhys decides he wants to use his magic to send handwritten texts to Fei. Fei and
So
Rhys start
funny.
sharing secrets on their magic parchment. Cassian attempts to teach Fei to fight, but she is not talented and very weak from the lack of nourishment. End.
Yep, that summarizes it. Wow, a lot happened. Okay, so we start off by visiting Nesta and Elaine,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, two questions from here. One, because they go back later and Dad is still on a business trip. What happened to him? Did Nesta
He's
kill
gone.
him? Is he even alive anymore? Are they just making it up?
That is such a good point. He's in the
He's always
basement.
gone. Oh
He's in the
no, it's
basement.
house. This turns into housemaid. The court of houses and maids of Brockbots. Oh my gosh. I thought that was suspicious that the
That
dad is always conveniently out.
he's always gone. But I mean, I guess he's like crippled and this is a place that's not like handy capable. So he's
I
probably
guess
having to
so.
like figure out his own transportation everywhere.
I know as he like sails across the world.
Yeah.
Okay, other theory though, do you think he's actually also is involved in the magical things or maybe with like the mortal queens? Like he's actually plays a bigger role in this and maybe he's on the opposing side?
Oh, that could be interesting. I think he's got to definitely play a bigger role, but I don't want him to because he seems like a total flop and a loser.
Kind of true.
Like,
But what if that was part of his whole ploy the whole time? He's like, Feyre is gonna destroy the world. My only way to stop this is to not feed her. And so he did all he could to not provide for their family. It just didn't work out very well.
I feel like there's something with Fei's lineage that we're gonna find out
Yeah,
that she's not just some random,
think you're right.
I think on the mom side.
Right. The mom seemed very special.
Yeah, and then she died prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
So I
They
could
have
see
her
something like
eyes.
that. Yeah. I could see the dad like thinking he's, oh, I'm gonna protect my family now, and then he inadvertently signs up for the wrong side. Air quotes.
Hmm. Or do you think he already was on the wrong side? So mom was already special and she was like, all right, we got to do this thing. And then whatever the sides were, he was on the opposite side. He's like, no, we can't do that. And he kills her, gives her this magic potion where she
Oh,
died because she was
interesting.
sick, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a premeditated thing.
Ooh,
That could be interesting. So he's evil.
I could see it.
And Loki, I mean, okay, I thought Nesta was evil too. Definitely at the beginning of this chapter, I was like, she is definitely evil.
I want to read about Nesta. F Feifei. Like,
Well, okay, by the end, okay, so the reasons I thought Nesta was evil was because I thought she was forcing Elaine into marriage. Because that's what it
yeah,
sounded like. Elaine didn't seem very
yeah,
happy about it, but Nesta was like, we can't have fairy meetings here because Elaine's fiance hates fairies, and then she'll
yeah,
lose all of her chances at becoming her dream wife and becoming a lady.
yeah,
And I was like, sounds like Nesta's forcing her into this. But
yeah.
later on in the chapter, it says that Elaine really likes her fiance and Nesta didn't like him. But she was like, okay, fine. I guess you can marry him. I mean, it's your choice. So then I was like, maybe she's not evil. And I had
So,
another thing
okay.
too that made me think she was evil.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay. The other thing was so Feyre comes, she says, hey, we need to have secret fairy meetings here. And Nesta says, no way, no how, never gonna do it. And then
Yeah.
Elaine goes, maybe we should help them. I think we can make it work. And then Nesta goes, fine. And I was like, that seems like such a sudden shift to where I feel like Nesta was just pretending, but she actually has a different motive here. And she's like, actually, this works out perfect for my plan, and I'm going to lure them into this trap.
Oh,
So I thought she was evil for that.
I could definitely. Okay. So, my first thought around Nesta and Elaine is that Fei was so nasty to these fairies for so long. Even the beginning of this book, when she became a fairy, she was still like nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And now, when her sisters, who have no experience being around fairies, are nasty to fairies, she has no patience for them.
That's true. That's a good point.
And I'm
Feyre was the
like,
one who's willing to kill a fairy. That was part of her whole destiny. Good point.
and she's been so rude to all of these people all this time. And now she's like, well, I'm a fairy. You're not going to accept me? And it's like,
Maybe they
no.
didn't like you before either.
Yeah, they barely liked you before. And it's like, you don't even like fairies. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good point.
and I think that to me is like what's so annoying about Feyre is that it's always like when it comes to her, unlimited patience, unlimited
Yeah.
understanding. Anyone else? Why didn't you do it like this? Why didn't you do
Great point.
this?
I think that is why she's so insufferable.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's like her Elaine marrying a fairy hating guy, that's like par for the course.
I, I don't know what else you're expecting. Who doesn't hate
Yeah.
fairies in this town?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's a great point. Yeah. Feyre, by the end of this chapter, I was also like, all right, Nesta maybe isn't evil. Feyre is still terrible.
But it's also like Tam Tam bought and funded this house.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't Rhys buy and fund a safe house for them? Why do they have to go to their family mansion?
Would it be too obvious if like this new mansion pops up? But can't they glamour everyone from seeing it? I don't know why
This
they're not using that more.
I- th that's the problem with like this with the magic in this book is that it feels like it can do anything, but then they use it
Right.
for nothing.
Yeah, they never use it. Like what? There was another way out of this. Okay, one example of them not using magic here, which I was like, this is crazy. This was a security five or category five security breach. Was so Faye knocks on the door and then the housekeeper, Mrs. Laurent, opens it and she says, you can't come in, whatever. They have this whole conversation.
Yeah.
They send all the servants away. And there's this line where they specifically say, like, don't worry, we have all of our bases covered. We made Miss Laurent promise to keep what she saw to herself. I was like, you're kidding. You
Oh
have
my
the world's
God.
greatest mind magician and you didn't wipe her memory? Or you didn't like block her from seeing the fairies? You're just gonna trust her to not tell people? Like,
Oh my
this is
God.
crazy.
Oh my God. She's definitely squealing.
Who wouldn't?
She ran to the
Crazy.
town, what do you call him? Not a friar,
Oh,
piper.
the tattler or the
There's always like it's like a person in those medieval towns, and they would like shout out everybody's like hot
yeah.
goss.
Was it the town tattler?
That was what it was called. Oh my
I
God.
don't, maybe not, maybe not.
I thought it was like the piper or like let me see.
Um, town crier?
Yeah,
Crier, maybe it's
the
that.
crier. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So he would go like, hear ye, hear ye. Fei Fei's family manse is full of fairies. Like that's like exactly what's happening right now.
I know. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Also, on the note of not remembering words, straight jacket.
Straight jacket.
I had to Google it. I finally found it.
Yes. I was like constraint blanket.
Yes. Synonym. Okay, but yeah, Miss Laurent is squealing. Nesta, mixed feelings. Faye, very consistent feelings.
Why did Faye show up with a crown?
I don't know, to show that she's a fairy queen
And
now.
and on the way there, she was like, Reese, don't fly so fast. You're gonna mess up my hair. She knows that like Nesta is like very like vain, and her showing up in full glam in a crown is gonna be off-putting in addition to everything else, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. They never explain that.
Because she's trying to agitate Nesta, and then Nesta gets upset, and then Fei Fei is like Pikachu face.
I know. Like Feyre could have made different decisions. Yeah, like what if she came dressed as a human?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a normal person. Or even just like her
Good point.
regular clothes, but not like it's like she's showing up
Ball
with
gown
like
attire.
yeah, like she's showing up like Aladdin with like a procession and
Yes.
elephants, and then she rolls in, and Nesta thinks she's like the fanciest lady in town, and now she's clearly not. It's like that's not going to make Nesta really excited to see you.
Or do you think she was trying to do the opposite thing of like, look, I have all these fineries now. You can trust us. Look, we know what we're doing. We can set you up with these fineries.
It, if that's what she thought, she dumb dumb. Because I've known Nesta for like 50 pages, and I know that that's not going to work for her.
Yeah, they do a stunning lack of not planning out any of these big meetings they're having.
No,
Like what? They didn't talk
no,
strategy on how should you. Feyre didn't really set them up for what Nesta was like.
no.
Nothing.
Nothing. And then there was what was I gonna say? Oh, in both the Fei Fei family manse and the summer court, they are constantly just blabbing their plans.
I know.
I'm like, you don't think these places are bugged?
I don't know how this magic works.
Like nobody's overhearing you? There's not like a little spy somewhere? I'm like, okay, you guys are dumb.
Nah,
You guys can speak,
they can
especially
whisper.
Fei Fei and Rhys, you can speak into the walkie-talkie or just with your minds.
We're just
And
in
it's
your
like you don't
mind.
do that. You use text parchment.
Their Snapchat paper.
Yeah.
It disappears. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Nesta, do you think she's part of the queens? I had that thought. I thought maybe she was one of the mortal queens, but I don't think that's really the case.
I could see Fei Fei, Nesta, Elaine having some like magic or royal blood or some lineage. So that wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me. They are not going away.
On the list, people to watch.
Yeah, I could see Nesta, something happening with Nesta. I could see either Elaine or Nesta, one of them being on like the human side, the anti-fairy
Oh,
side.
they split.
I could see a split.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I could see
Like the
that.
sisters don't all stick together. And that's kind of what it sounds like it's getting set up with Elaine
That's a good idea.
joining the white supremacists.
Poor Elaine.
Yeah. And her sister comes back as a person of color, and now she's like, "Oh no."
This is gonna be complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be complicated now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think Elaine is gonna be able to go through with it, becoming a white supremacist if her sister is now a person of color?
Um, huh. So Elaine's trying to help all the fairy people. So I wonder if she's gonna be playing like double agent kind of thing.
Elaine feels not smart to me.
She seems
Like
very nice,
naive
but
as to
not,
like what she's
yeah.
signing up for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's definitely not like strategic and clever. Like I feel like Nesta and Feyre, they're like 50 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Elaine got that
I
gene.
feel like she's gonna go to this white supremacist meetings and then she'll go, wait a minute, that's what you
That's what
believe?
you guys do? Yeah.
Wait, we're gonna do what? And then be like, yeah, that's what it's been the whole time. And she's gonna be like Pikachu face, like shocked. Yeah. That's what I feel.
I
I
could see
feel like
that.
that's what I feel for Elaine. And then she's gonna leave her family or something.
Oh, so she's gonna choose the husband?
No, 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 no. Leave her husband.
Oh, leave the husband. Oh,
Leave
okay.
the
Yeah, I could.
husband.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could
I
see
feel
that.
like Elaine has no idea what she's signing up for, and then she's gonna get there and be shocked. And then she's gonna be, actually, I'm gonna leave. I
Yeah.
don't know why being a lady is so important to them.
They're already so rich. What else do they need?
Again, yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
Plus, how the human world is described to us at the beginning is it's very like Hunger Game style, like destitute. But now that they're like on the rich side, it's like normal, developed country, I guess.
Well, they're just on the other side of town and they totally don't interact with the other side, with the poors. I think that's what it is. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Just totally forget about all those people?
There's a line somewhere. I don't know if it's in this section or the next one we're going to go over, but Fei Fei basically says, I don't care for any of those people in the town. They didn't help us when we were poor, X, Y, and Z. But then when it comes to annihilating all of the people, she's like, no, you can't do that. Like, da 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 da. And I'm like, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Like, you don't care about the town.
Hmm.
But then when the fairies say that, okay, well, we have to give up some people to save everybody else, she's like, the greater good. Da 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 da. You need to save everybody.
Why did
So
she say she didn't care? I forget what the context was of like,
it was
because if it was like, would you miss these people? She's like, no, which I think that's fair, but she doesn't want them all to die.
okay. I'll
I
have
forget
to.
what it was about though, so I don't know.
Do you feel like Rhys using Fei Fei as bait? What did you think about that?
Okay, I had the same question of like she uses her as bait and then she like totally freaks out and she's like, you can never do that to me again. And she like beats him up basically.
Yeah.
And then she's really upset with him. But then she
Mm-hmm.
like she like really just holds on to it, even though he's like, I'm so sorry, I'll never do that again. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is she overreacting or is that normal? Because I'm like, that isn't great to be used
Mm-hmm.
as bait. But also he was like, well, I knew I would save you. And would the plan have worked if he had told her? I feel like it's reasonable for her to be upset. That is that is not a nice thing to do. But I feel
Mm-hmm.
like she held on to it a little too long.
Yeah. Like,
That's
okay.
my thought.
Oopsie poopsie. You were fine.
That's true, especially since everything worked out okay.
I think she is extra upset because she was used as a prop in the spring court.
Mm,
So I think
yeah,
she's having some residual upsetness.
I think you're right, actually. That's a good point.
So I could see that. I think what was more frustrating with the Fei Fei and Rhys, like will they, won't they, is that Fei Fei is clearly into him and he's clearly into her. And she keeps being like, well, I don't know if he likes me. I don't know if he finds me attractive. Like she makes like comments like that, or I would rather be anywhere else but be with him, you know? But it's like, it just feels performative. Like that's not how she feels at
Uh,
all.
right.
And it's like he says like how attracted he is to you every single freaking day. And then she's like, well, I don't know if he's into me. And I'm like, okay, what else could he do?
Well, I could see if he's been saying that since day one. It does kind of seem a little disingenuous. I could see that feeling disingenuous, where you're like, is he just saying that just to, like mess with me, or is it
Oh,
real?
for me to fall for him and then say, just kidding. Why would I ever like you? It's,
Yeah, or it's like, he just says that to everybody
yeah,
because that is what everyone seems to do here is flirt
that's
with each other.
true.
So, okay, but we learned something here. Feyre's birthday was on the winter solstice, which I think means she's destined for the night court.
Ooh, what does
Mm-hmm.
winter solstice
Mm-hmm.
mean?
That's the shortest day of the year, the longest night.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I think it's
interesting.
December 21st.
Okay. Yeah, that feels like a very magical day. That's what I'm saying. Some There's a reason why Fei
Mm-hmm.
Fei is so strong and like
I think
picked
you're
for
right.
all of this destiny.
I know why she's so special.
I was getting a little annoyed because every guy I feel like thinks that Fei Fei is so attractive.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
also feel the same way. I'm like, she's not nice.
yeah, like, and they're like, she's so rude to them. And they're all like, oh my God, I love it.
I
She,
know. Do you think though that it's because they've just had all the same people for the past like millennia that now there's someone new and they're like, "Oh." Is that it? Because I also have the same question.
they're on the dating apps. It's been the same people for 2000 years. And there's one new girl. And you're like, oh my God.
That's got to be it.
I could see it. I could see it. And she's probably like, I guess, quote, like different. but I
Right.
feel like she would come across as an idiot.
Right? Because they have been, but it's weird because they all seem like they're on the same level. I'm like, you've been around for millennia
Yeah,
and you're not a million steps ahead of Feyre?
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
None of this
what?
makes sense.
What have you been doing? Yeah, they all seem on the same maturity level. It's a little strange.
Yeah, they've been not using their time well.
I know. It's crazy. But I guess if you have eternity, you're not as pressured.
Ugh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Um, I had a comment that Fei, when she wrote her letter to Tam Tam, she's like, I had to
Hmm.
do it in my own penmanship. And I'm like, he's not going to know that that was you because you were illiterate when you showed up.
That's true.
Like, unless you're writing like really horrible squiggly letters or like a picture, like, how's he going to verify that that's you?
At first, I thought you were gonna say you're imagining it's in like big crayon, like I'm never coming back. You can't make me.
I hope that's what it was. Oh my
Yeah, they don't. They
gosh.
don't say.
And Tam Tam
I.
opens it up and he gets so mad he rips it up into a million pieces and throws it in the fire.
Oh, the crayon. Oh my gosh. Okay, I did think the letter, it sounded like when I first read it, I was like, this feels like she wrote it and someone was holding a gun to her head. Like it felt so forced, where I'm like, if I were Tim, I
Yes.
would not believe this letter.
No.
But then I was like, well, maybe because I reread it, I was like, maybe that's fine. Do you want me to read
So,
it? I had it
yeah.
somewhere. Okay. Oh, it says, I left of my own free will. I am cared for and safe. I am grateful for all that you did for me, all that you gave. Please don't come looking for me. I am not coming back.
That is 100% someone under duress.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's like, what?
That is prisoner of war
I
sending to your
know.
family.
It's probably written like, when you cut out the magazines and the newspaper
Yes.
letters, like a
Yes.
ransom note. That's probably what she sent.
I
So
wouldn't have
Tam
believed
Tam is
that.
definitely, yeah, no one's gonna believe her. They're gonna come in full force with an army.
Yeah.
And honestly, fair, that letter does not sound very convincing. So yeah. Okay, one last note. Okay, two last notes in this
Okay.
section that I just thought were funny. One, we learned that the amulet Faye wore into the
Oh,
bone carver was just a total placebo.
yes.
Amber's like, oh, I made that up, which we had called.
Yes.
I thought that
She's
was
like,
funny.
this is fake. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, we knew it. Okay. Um, and then there's this line. So in Faye's training with Cassian, he mentions the letter. He asked such a reasonable question. He says, "Hey, when are we going to talk about that letter that you wrote to Tam Tam?" Which I think is reasonable communication.
Yeah.
And then she explodes and I don't even know what she says, but she gets so upset. Now she's thinking about Tam while she's fighting. And now she's thinking through these things and she says, maybe my love for Tam has blinded me from his uncontrollable anger. I was like, oh my gosh, finally. It's like, thank
400
goodness.
pages in.
I know. It's like, my gosh. But anyways, showing some real character growth. So that's good.
Okay, so I had two questions, and then I think I'll be done with this section.
Okay.
Fei thinking back. I think this is the same section you were talking about. And Fei's thinking about back between her and Tam. And she's like, when I died, Tam just knelt and begged Amarantha, but he didn't
Mm.
try to kill her. He didn't crawl for her. And she's like, he fought for me, but I fought harder. Do you
Hmm.
think that's true?
Um, I don't know because I do, in some ways, I do see what she's saying when she's comparing Rhys and Tam, where Rhys like went out of his way and made a choice to like offer himself up so that his friends would be safe, and
Mm-hmm.
Tam went against his will but he still did the thing. He was also like enslaved, but
Yeah.
he didn't necessarily make another choice to try to save Feyre. But also, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, could he have realistic? Like, was that really an option for him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, was the best thing for him to do to like stay in that position until he was able to kill her? Because he did
Mm-hmm.
kill her in the end, right? I think it was him.
Yeah. I think it was him.
So, yeah. But I mean, I do kind of get what she's saying, where it's like between the two people, what we know of Rhys and Tam, I would like Rhys more too. He cares
Yeah.
about his friends a lot.
Yes.
He really seems like he would do anything for them. Like, I like those qualities.
We're starting to get behind the curtain peek on Rhys during the Under the Mountain time.
Oh, yeah.
And we're finding out that he was just completely devastated when Fei Fei died.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm like, why? You barely knew her.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess she was, I could see him like, I guess falling in love is too strong of a word, but like she was sacrificing herself for someone she loved. It's like she was doing a really noble thing. And she was doing it to free all the fairies too. You
Yeah,
know? So like you have someone, even if you don't know them, you can really admire like, wow, that's really a courageous and
I
sacrificial
guess
thing
that's
you did.
true.
You know, I could see that. But I kind of agree. They all seem very obsessed with Feyre from the moment they meet her.
Yeah, it just feels like unwarranted because this is the problem when you describe your protagonist as mediocre at everything, is that then it's
Yeah.
like, well, why is everyone obsessed with you if you are so mediocre?
Answer
And
that.
so, yeah, answer that one, Fei Fei.
We want to know.
And Reese seems like such an intellectual. The
Yeah.
fact that Fei Fei can't read or write,
Well,
she
I don't
doesn't seem like
know.
an intellectual to me.
But she was also so clever to like win all the. Well, I guess she wasn't so clever because he told her the answer to the riddle. And I mean, she figured out the worm thing, but like she's been able to figure out a lot without all the training. And so
I
he's
guess that's
like, if you
true.
have training, you're gonna blow everyone out of the water. So,
A little spit shine on you, and you're going to be a real
yeah,
good partner.
just some tutoring.
Okay, fair enough. All right, that
So
was
I could see that.
those were my comments. Anything else in this section?
Um, no, other than they go on their group date and Faye is such a jerk to Rhys,
She's horrible.
even though he's so nice. I know, and that's when I'm like, why does Rhys still like her? I don't know. So I still have all those same questions.
There's there's a trope in anime, and I don't know how to say it properly, but it's like a tsundere, Tsundere, and it's a character archetype often seen in anime and manga who initially appears cold and harsh, but gradually reveals a softer, more affectionate side, especially towards the person they have a crush on.
Okay.
And it feels like she's that type where it's like she's super mean and horrible, but the trope is that like she's actually like a softie underneath.
Okay.
And both Reese and her kind of seem like they fit that, but now Reese is just
Yeah.
being a softie and she's still being like a nasty.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, I could see that. I will say by the end of what we've read, she did get better, I
Yeah,
thought.
I think
So
so too.
maybe it's still just that she hasn't seen her fairy pissed and she really has a lot to deal with. And Reese is like, I've been around for a few millennia. I can I
Wait it
get that you've
out.
been through a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Okay, last thing is that we find
Okay.
out that Fei Fei's tattoo, we find out that like
Oh yeah.
all the people from what is it, Illyria or something, or
Oh yeah. The Illyrians.
the Illyrians, it was like their like tribal markings. So Reese and all of his people have like those types of tattoos.
Hmm.
And she said, perhaps this was Reese's way of wishing me luck and glory while fighting Amarantha. But when she first got it, she thought it was this ugly, horrible, like
Uh,
pagan ritual type of thing. But now you're getting
uh-huh.
like the flip side of it. And I thought that
Oh,
was
yeah.
nice.
I like that. Yeah, I really have liked the Night Court.
Yeah.
Characters are great.
Hmm.
Plot's been great overall.
Okay. You ready for the last part?
Let's do it.
Okay. So this is chapters 32 through 41. Feifei, Rhys, Amren, Mor, and Cassian go on a summer vacation to the summer court. Tarkin is the lord of summer court, and like everyone else in this world, is immediately obsessed with Feifei and her prickly demeanor.
Of course.
Yes. Feifei's job is to find the second half of the book, which requires learning where it is. Instead of asking nicely, she tries to seduce Tarkin into showing her all of his secret treasure troves. In retaliation, Rhys flirts with Cassidia, a random fae in the summer court. Feifei feels guilty about stealing the book and attempts to convince Rhys they should just ask Tarkin. Rhys is PO'd that Feifei is A, flirting with Tarkin, even though that was the plan, and B, attempting to contribute to his scheme. The crew learns that the book is in a tower that is only visible during low tide. Feifei uses her midnight magic to convince Tarkin to take her around the town to scope out the tower. Amren and Feifei are assigned the task to sneak into the tower, with the rest of the midnight crew keeping any summer court guards at bay. In the tower, Feifei uses her magic to open a variety of trapdoors going deep into the earth. Feifei has unknowingly set off every alarm, so Rhys and the gang have to beat up the summer court guards.
Gosh.
Inside the lair, Feifei finds the book, which is locked up in a lead box. Once Feifei grabs the book, the tower self-destructs Indiana Jones style. Water
Yes.
fills the lair, and when it seems all hope is lost, water wraiths repay their debt and somehow get into the tower and back out. Unclear how that happened. Because the okay. We find out the book is written in Amren's home language from another planet. Rhys believes the book will help Amren get back home. On to get the second half of the book, the crew meets up with the human queens who can winnow, or like apparate, right into
Mm-hmm.
Feifei's family manse. The meeting goes poorly, and the crew decides they can win the trust of the human queens by showing off Rhys's dream town. Before the queens arrive, Rhys gives Feifei a fairy history lesson on Miram, a half fae, half human born from a graped human slave in an evil fairy realm. The queen of the evil realm to her, okay, the queen of the evil realm to her fairy fiance Draken. Draken realizes his fiance is evil and helps Miriam run away. Miriam meets up with Jurian, who is in the midst of taking down Amarantha. So this is way back in time. Miriam and Jurian fall in love, but as Jurian becomes more obsessed with his conquest, Miriam falls in love with Draken, the guy who helped her escape. Miriam and Draken fake their deaths and now live in a secret society only a few people know about. Okay? Rhys spills tea on Mor and Cassian. To prevent her arranged marriage to an evil fairy, Mor loses her virginity to Cassian. Mor's family is PO'd that she ruined her value as an incubator and dropped her off at the Autumn Court with a note nailed to her body. Azriel found her dying, and she was then rescued to the Night Court with Rhys. For some reason, Feifei believes that is the reason Rhys can't stand Nesta, and I don't understand why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that was kind of confusing too, but I think I got that part.
Ooh, okay. Explain that.
Well, I think it's because Moore's family, they had a responsibility to protect her, and then they totally left her out to the wolves. And then Nesta did the same thing because Nesta's the older sister.
Mm.
So I think it's not protecting the people you should be.
Oh, that makes
I think
sense.
that's part
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's start with just
Did we go to
getting.
the Court of Nightmares at this point, or did we stop before then? Maybe I read a chapter ahead.
Might have read a chapter ahead. Um,
Okay.
we didn't get there yet.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. A
Or
lot
maybe
happens here.
maybe we did.
What chapter do you want to read to the end of 42? Because the end of 42 does have the Court of Nightmares.
No, I only read to chapter 42.
Oh, okay. Then I think, let me check. Yeah, no, that we didn't get there yet.
Okay.
But they've agreed to go
They've
to the
agreed to
Court
go.
of Nightmares. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with the first part, summer vacation before the tower.
Yeah. All
What
right.
did you think of all of that?
Same question of why is Tarquin so in love with Faye? But also Faye started seeming better in these sections. Like she had
Yeah.
some more personality, she had some humor,
Hmm.
was a little nicer. So I think so maybe all this was very intentional from Sarah J. Maas of making her be awful and now she's like slowly becoming, you know, her better, truer self. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
I could
But I
see
did
that
feel like she was
because
less awful.
there's several parts where she starts thinking about like her artwork again or whatever. And
Yeah.
I think Sarah J. Maas is using that as like a proxy for like her emotional healing.
Yeah, I think so.
And where she had no creativity, it's like slowly kind of coming back to her.
Yeah, and she's enjoying the things she used to enjoy again.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
she's
think
kind of,
that's I like that.
yeah, leaving her
Oh,
depressive state.
mm-hmm. Note with Rhys, I think Rhys flirting with Cressida or whoever, I think
Hmm.
that was also part of the plan because he was trying to distract there. Everyone else there is just basically for a distraction.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Feyre can. So I think that was all part of the plan too. But yeah, Feyre was super upset that he was flirting with her. I guess because she thought that he was for real. I don't know. That also seemed like I don't you just ask him like is that part of the plot? Because like she's also flirting with yeah. So then it became into this weird thing where she was now flirting with Tarquin out of retaliation for Rhys.
It
I don't know.
it just felt very juvenile, and it's just like, number one, you guys aren't together, so if he wants to do that, then fine. And if it bothers you, then just say it. Hey, this bothers me.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah, very YA of just like, okay, this whole 50 pages could have been deleted if you just had a conversation.
I know, truly. So, all right, fine. But they kind of have a moment together. They work through that.
Hmm.
I had a note on the when they're in the temple. Did you have anything before then?
One of the questions that I had is because she uses her mind magic to convince Tarkin
Oh, uh-huh.
to like give her a tour. And I'm like, why doesn't she just ask for it? And if he
And
says
then convince
no,
him.
use her mind magic to either convince him or make him forget about it. Like,
Yeah, especially forgetting. Because I could see if she forces him to give it, then maybe later on people will be like, oh, she infiltrated your mind, and that's like a huge
yeah,
that means war.
yeah,
So, but yeah, if she can make him forget, why not?
right.
Yeah.
So
So,
I was like,
oh,
this
okay.
just seems like there was an easier way to do this.
Yeah, it seems a little unclear because so Tarquin wants to form an alliance with Rhys. And actually, okay. So Rhys and Tarquin are actually kind of similar in that they both have like a big vision for how the world could be different
Hmm.
and kind of similar visions of like Tarkin really wants to bridge the divide between the high fae and lesser fae and be like, hey, we should all
Hmm.
be equal kind of thing. And Rhys kind of also had similar things of like, hey, we should all, be at peace, whatever. And so actually they could get along really well. And Tarkin wants to form the alliance, but then they pull this stunt and steal the
Hmm.
book. And so now Tarkin's like, well, now I have to go to war, or like, now we're
Yeah.
enemies because you did this. So yeah, could they have asked? But then the other thing is that Tarkin was so new that they're like, I don't know. Seemed a little
It,
unclear.
Reese says at the end, he's like, yeah, I overplayed the hand here. So he knows that he messed up, but it just seems like it would have been a much more straightforward thing if he just went and said, hey, can we borrow this book? And then if he says no, then just wash the mind and then go with the plan. And
True.
that feels like what if Reese is a person, what he would have done, because he seems like a very smart, clever person.
Yeah.
He doesn't even try that first, the easier option.
Right. Yeah. And then he has the big, he totally misses at the end to wipe their minds. Because that's, he's like, oh,
Yeah,
shoot, I really messed up on that. I'm like, what? How did you forget that part? You guys
I
didn't think
know.
about that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he seems like he's turning into a dummy.
He's distracted by Feyre.
Okay. So I have some commentary on, again, women not having rights in this
Oh,
world.
okay.
Okay. So when Fei Fei shows up, Tarkin is like, oh, I might have to turn you in to
Oh,
the
right. The
spring court,
authorities.
the
Uh-huh.
authorities. And he's like, high lords have gone to war for less, you know. Doing it over such an unusual female would be nothing unexpected. I was like, okay, Fei Fei's not that special. I guess she's the savior now, maybe, whatever.
I don't know.
And then Fei Fei's inner dialogue as to why this isn't an issue. She says, I'd written to him, Tam, told him to stay away, and he wasn't foolish enough to start a war he could not win. Not when he wouldn't be fighting other high fae, but Illyrian warriors led by Cassian and Azriel. I'm like, okay, just because you wrote him a letter, you think that that's going to keep him away? Dumb.
Uh,
Then we find out that there is a law on harboring a stolen bride that you're supposed to return her to her master as the law demands. And I was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are women allowing them to be second class citizens when they are so powerful? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. It's the world
They,
Sarah J. Maas created.
yep. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So that's
good
it.
question.
All right. We've already gone over it, but that's just another example. Okay.
Yeah,
So now we're
good point.
in the tower.
Wait, no, I had actually one more question before then. So, Tarquin, do you like him? Is he going to become another love interest? What do you think?
He seems like a good dude. And he seems
Pretty
like someone
good.
who hasn't abused Fei Fei.
Although he is kind of creepy with like how, I don't know. I forget what comments he made, but definitely super into her from the very beginning. And I'm like, a
For this world
little
that's very
much.
like sex positive, sex forward, they're also very like chastity. So it is confusing.
Yeah. So I don't know. But overall, I was like, he does seem like a nice guy. And like they had a conversation about like, his vision for the king or the
Hmm.
court. And I was like, oh, I like him. I like him.
He seems like a cool dude with not nearly as much baggage as Rhys.
Yeah. Well, Rhys gets kind of insecure about that because he's like, oh, everyone loves the summer court people because everyone gets to go on vacation here. No one
Yeah,
loves me because everyone thinks I rule a terror
a
prison.
yeah. I run like a demon world.
Yes.
Yeah, I just feel like Fei Fei cannot find her true love with Rhys or Tam Tam because it's like Rhys was roofing her for months. Like, I'm sorry. Even if it was like quote for the greater good, I'm gonna have to shack up with the summer court and go on
Yeah.
vacation. Like,
Uh, I think Feyre just
so
needs to focus on her friendship with more. More super cool.
more's
Amryn,
cool. Yeah.
maybe just take a break, go to a therapist, figure out
Yeah.
some things,
Yeah.
and
Date
then maybe
yourself.
revisit all these things. Yeah, I
I agree.
think that could be good.
But she won't. Okay.
All right, to
Now
the
we're
temple.
now we're in the temple.
Okay. I honestly don't have a ton of notes about this, but the absolute craziest thing was Faye and Amryn are going in. Amryn has all these extra powers because she's from another planet and she's super
Yeah.
cool. And Amryn's job was to make sure that there was no extra spells on it. Do you remember how she did that?
What did she do? I forgot.
It says, oh, I didn't write down the line. She waves her hand around.
Looking for
She waves her hand
cobwebs.
over the doorway. It's fine. And I was like, what? That
Oh my
is a
God.
crazy thing. And then they come out and Rhys is like, you set off every alarm. I'm like, of course, she didn't even check.
I wouldn't
Like,
be
what?
surprised if Amryn told Rhys she has all these powers and she doesn't. So she's just having to like make it up.
That would be hilarious. She's just been like freeloading the whole time.
Yeah.
So you don't
Yeah.
want to see what I can do.
I can destroy this world. And then he's
Yeah.
like, okay.
She doesn't even like drinking blood.
No.
It's all a
Oh my
front.
God. I my biggest comment here was I don't know how because they're like underground.
Yeah.
The doors are closed. There's no way out. But the water wraiths get in and get them out. I don't know how they did that.
I thought the doors were open. Like as they open each door, they left them open.
I know, but like at the bottom, they took like a big gulp of air as water is pouring in. I'm imagining the door has to be closed or like mostly closed. Like the water's getting in through like the seams.
But they already opened the door. Shouldn't it stay open?
Then why didn't they just get out?
Well, I think the water came in too fast was the issue. So like they're trying to get out and like as they're nearing the top, they like ran out of space. That's what I was imagining,
Oh, okay, okay. So
but
then
I
the
don't know.
then the wraiths, okay, that would make more
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
Because yeah, so Feyre had to pretend to be the summer lord to get through all the
Yeah.
doors. And I
Yeah.
think they were just open after.
Yeah. Okay. That was like my only comment there. She has the book. She has the Horcrux #1,
Hmm.
and Rhys is actually not that good at strategy. That was the big
That
finding.
was shocking. Again, they're like, you guys didn't plan this out like minute by minute?
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Don't meet your heroes. Rhys was a lot more interesting when I didn't know a lot about him.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think about the queens?
Oh yeah, the queens, man, so much happened. Um, okie dokie. The queens. Queens were like hard to work with. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? We need to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. This town's going down and it's fine. We don't need to work with you to save it. We don't really care. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And who are these people? Are they immortal? It says the mortal queens, but they don't seem to be just humans.
No, because they have some magic powers. I, that's what I'm saying. I think Nesta and them, I think one of them is related somehow.
Yeah. I had a theory that Nesta actually was one of the queens. And that's why she
Oh,
never helped
yeah.
Feyre out because she always had to dissociate and become her queen self.
Oh my God.
But yeah, queens were they were crazy. So yeah, they were like, "Hey, let's work together and we can use your half of the book." And they're like, don't need to." And then basically at the end, they're like, "Well, we don't know if we can trust you because Rhys has put on this whole front that he's running this demon world." And they're
Yeah.
like, "We don't know if we want to work with that." So now he has
I
to
mean,
prove that he's
fair.
trustworthy. I know. Okay, no, kind of fair. So yeah, he needs to prove that he's trustworthy. Um, so
I
I
said
guess
that's
that's what
like
they're
a
gonna
North
do
Korea
now.
tour.
Oh,
Like, look
because
at
they're
how,
saying they're like, let's take them on a tour.
yeah, you can see
He'll
how nice
see.
our town is. And it was like anything that I would see, I'd be like,
Are you sure?
yeah, like, are these people under duress? Is this just like a front? Am I gonna leave and then,
Yeah,
the demons are gonna come back?
fair point. I know. Well, do they talk about in this chapter what their plan is so that the queens trust them? That
Yeah, I
might
think
come in
they
the next
say,
chapter.
no, I think they say like, oh, we're gonna show them the dream court or whatever, and they're gonna see how nice it is, and they're gonna know that Reese is actually not that bad.
Well, so that was one of their ideas, but then they decide on another idea.
Oh,
I
what
think
was
they
it?
maybe do say it here. So there's like this truth orb or something that
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Moore's dad has. And so Moore's dad, he was the evil one who nailed the post-it note to her and left her out for trash.
Yeah.
And he's one of the high people in the court of nightmares, which is the
Mm-hmm.
demon world that everyone thinks is all of the court of night. Okay. And so they need to go in there and steal the orb of truth so that then they can call in the queens and say like
Mm-hmm.
basically it's like a I don't know, hand on the Bible kind of thing. Like, look, I'm telling the truth. I'm nice. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of what it is.
I forgot about the truth orb. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
what they're
So
gonna do.
that's their plan, but
Mm-hmm.
so they've agreed to do this plan, but they haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think about the history with Miriam and Jurian and Prince Draken?
It was interesting. I think it adds like a layer to like how long these people have lived,
Oh,
especially
that's
with
true.
the queens, because the queens, it's been like 1,000 years, and Moore was one of like the fairies who fought in like the first war, and she was like a hero or something, and she's like, "Look, I'm
Mm-hmm.
still here." So I thought
Yeah.
like that was cool, and like learning about the history. makes the world feel very long and very old.
Yeah, I do like that. Are they gonna, so are Miriam and Draken gonna come back and like lead the army or something?
Wait, say it again.
I said, are Miriam and Draken gonna come back and like lead the army or something?
I don't know. They're like in a timeshare, like
Yeah, they're just living
down
their
in a
best life.
they're in a sandals resort right now, not knowing that
But the world is falling apart.
yeah, chaos is happening. I don't know. I don't know that I would leave my resort.
They've been pretty good over here.
What if they're like secretly divorced now?
Oh
They hate each
no.
other's guts, and now they have two sandals resorts. And they go to
No, their
find
mating
them.
bond snapped into place
Oh my God.
together
Okay.
forever.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting because now we kind of know more about Jurian,
Mm-hmm.
um, and like, you know, how all that went down. I mean, that seems to be a big reveal that Miriam and Draken are still alive because basically only Rhys and his friends know about it. And
Yeah.
now they've told the Mortal Queens. I'm like, that seemed weird to tell them. I don't really know what that's proving to them
It
because it
feels
doesn't talk about Rhys's character.
it felt like they were like, we're gonna give you this big secret and
Yeah.
we're gonna tell you. And for the fairy crew, that's like, wow, what an honor. But for the queens, they're probably like, okay.
I know. Now we know you're like tabloid
Yeah,
cover.
now we know
Not
that you
interested.
betrayed your friends. Like,
I
I
know.
don't know that this is
Actually, I did the opposite.
yeah, I don't think that it did what they thought it would do.
No, it was weird. Yeah.
It
And it
felt
was
like
kind of,
a plot device to tell us about this history
I
lesson.
think so. Yeah. Trader Jim asked, like, how do I fit this in?
Hmm.
I know. I did think, though, so Faye was the emissary who was supposed to kind of like bridge the humans and the fairies. And so she starts this discussion. I was like, you know what? She did a pretty good job. But the queens are still like, not about it. So then Moore steps in, and Moore is like, well,
Hmm.
I speak the truth because that's where my people come from. We're the truth people. And
Yeah.
so then she says all these things and she tells them the tea. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh, I feel like Moore should have more experience than to just say that.
And it kind of seems like they should have an ambassador
Who isn't Feyre?
between, well,
Oh,
like
you
a
mean they
real
should
ambassador.
always? Oh,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
between if these queens have like magic powers and are useful and you gave them X, Y, and Z protections, it's like, why do you not have an ambassador that is like communicating
I
between
don't know.
them?
Have they ever worked with the Feyre? Have they ever worked with the queens? Do they
I
only
don't,
work when like a war is coming?
I don't know. It's strange. Like, why do the
Yeah,
human queens get anything? What do they
I
do?
don't know. I don't think we've learned that yet.
We
Unclear.
find out the human queens have known about something happening and they're like
Oh
preparing
yeah.
their
Uh-huh.
own bomb shelter.
Yes.
So I finally found the line where Feifei says that she doesn't care about the town.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is back in summer vacation. Tarkin is saying, would you spare them, your town, if war came? And Feyre says, my sisters dwell with my father on his estate. For them, I would fight, but for those sycophants and peacocks, the townspeople, I would not mind to see their orders disrupted. Then we flip to the end of this where the queens are like, well, the town might have to go for everyone else. And Faye gets so indignant and like irate that the queens didn't want to save everybody.
Oh. Well, wait, when she said orders disrupted, were they talking about like the class orders changing? Because I know she and Tarquin were talking about that.
They
Like
were
rich
talking
versus
about
poor.
that.
Because was she saying like if the whole town's annihilated, it'd be fine? Or was she just saying she'd be okay if their like social
Well,
statuses were
I think they were talking about that at a different point, but in that segment, she was saying, I would go protect my sisters, but for everybody else, like, I don't care.
Hmm. My gosh.
And that's always been Fei Fei. She only cares about her people. But then when other people only care about their own, she gets like
Yeah.
holier than thou.
Kind of true. Unless you're thinking the mortal queens, they should care about these people because they are part of their like jurisdiction, you know?
I guess that's true.
But yeah, the
Yeah.
queens are making a decision like we can only do so much, and these people didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I had one note on reading the book, but then I think that's my last note.
Okay.
So they got the book from the summer court and they open it on their like kitchen table or whatever back at Rhys's house.
Mm-hmm.
And it has like all this power emanating from it. Anyways, my note is that um Feyre has to unlock the book and she sees it's a book with fancy letters carved in an alphabet she didn't recognize.
Oh my God.
Then she thinks, yes, it indeed turned out my reading lessons were unnecessary.
I underline that and I almost like scoop my eyes out.
Oh my God,
After
I thought
all
that was
this,
so funny. I was
after
like,
all
what?
this,
I feel like though that's when people are like, when am I ever going to use this? When am I going to need to know math? And then the one time math comes up and they're like, wasn't even the math I learned.
it's like, Feifei, you already had to write a letter to Tam Tam. You, and she's been reading so many books.
She reads all the time now.
She reads all the time. She's a scholar.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I can't.
gosh. I thought it was so funny.
I really liked that the queens, when they see Feifei, they're like, is it normal for your ambassadors to wear a crown? And I was like, good
Everyone's confused
question.
by this.
Yeah, like why are you here in full glam acting like a queen when you're not?
No one knows. No one really knows what Feyre does, what her role is.
Okay, so I think that's all I have. We've been going a long time.
Yeah.
What do you think, what rating is this book cruising to for you?
I think we could be around a four again.
Yeah. I,
I really like the story. I do want to know how does it all end. I'm into it.
every time we fall into a Harry Potter trope, I'm really into it. The
Ha ha
Horcrux,
ha.
very cool. You know?
hmm Everything
Any
else.
I just wish we didn't have Feyre. I wish we had someone more likable
But is
taking
that
us on
her
the journey.
point? Why do you think she made someone who is so unlikable? Or do you think she's trying to make someone who is likable?
I think she's just trying to make someone who's like a wounded character, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and not like a perfect protagonist, which I don't want Fei to be like perfect protagonist,
Right.
but I feel like she's just too dramatic for like
Yeah.
the traumas that have befallen her.
Yeah.
Because it's like all these people have these traumas. And just because someone else had, trauma doesn't mean that it, minimizes
Negates
yours,
yours.
but it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like how you're handling it seems really bad.
Right. I think it's just overall the characters just seem so immature.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't know, is that what she was going for? Because I mean, she has like these eight or nine books or whatever. So I guess Feyre needed to start somewhere and build
Sure.
up.
I
Maybe
guess
that's it.
so.
Slow climb to maturity.
I guess so. I don't know. Like Sanderson, he writes a 3 book arc on a character who's similar in the sense of like uneducated, like riffraff that falls into, these things, can't read, write, whatever. And she
Mm-hmm.
has to go through like a similar type of journey, but she's not nearly as insufferable.
I feel like there's ways to make Feyre less insufferable.
Yeah. I just feel like I think it's just because she's so judgmental to everyone else. If they got rid of that part,
Yeah.
because it just makes her seem super two-faced and it's annoying.
Yeah. I think so.
So
Right. So I don't know. Maybe by book nine, she's great.
we'll see.
But it's been a lot. Also, I actually do have one Brandon Sanderson note.
Oh.
hmm So I was looking for his podcast because I was looking for new podcasts the other day. And then I found that he had this series of the class that he taught at BYU and it's up as a podcast, which is super cool.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was listening to the last episode, which was like a Q&A session on their last day of class.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, the part that's relevant is one person asked, they're like, I always get confused on like book categories, especially like middle reader versus young adult versus adult. Like,
Mm.
can you explain that? And he was like, yes. And so he went into all of it. But the part that I thought was really interesting was that middle grade readers, so books that are meant for like middle schoolers, they go through content review to make sure all the content is okay for middle schoolers. But YA books do not
Oh.
go through that. So YA could really have anything. I was like, this
Oh.
explains a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm
That,
like, I could see why this is YA.
yes.
Definitely not middle schooler. And yeah, it doesn't really feel like A either.
It doesn't feel like adult because the people are too dumb.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. So, because the first book, I remember Sarah J. Maas was like shocked that people thought her books were YA.
Yeah. I agree why she's shocked.
Yeah.
In some ways, I'm like, yeah, I also
Yeah.
wouldn't. If I was writing this book, I would not have expected it to be YA.
Yeah. I get that.
But yeah. So, anyways, I thought that was super interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Explain
I
some
like that.
SJM.
Okay. So we should have done this at the top. But we
Oh
do
no, I
need your
forgot.
reviews. We've been getting some more. We're at 40 reviews on Spotify, which is, I think, really good.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, we're getting some
Yeah,
more.
so we're becoming a respectable little pod. If you haven't given us a review, please, it would be very helpful for us, for other people to find the show. 5 stars, please and thank you. And I think that's it.
Yeah. Let us know if you have any book recommendations. We're currently planning out the next few,
Yes,
going
so
for
we're
more
gonna
popular
do,
ones.
yeah, so before we do The Hobbit, aka The Floppet.
The Floppet. Oh, that's so funny. The only books I pick are Floppets.
Floppets. We want to try to get some more popular books before we do some more throwbacks. We're going to do The Perfect Marriage
Mm-hmm.
by, what's her
Oh, I
name?
don't remember.
Genevieve?
Fairy or something with an F. Not fairy.
Geneva Rose.
Oh, Rose. Okay, I was thinking flower.
Oh, okay. Yeah, The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. She has a sequel out right now, The Perfect Divorce, which is the second part. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to read the first part, see if we like it. Maybe we'll do the second one.
Cool.
And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Email us bookalicious.pod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Okay. I love
Yay.
you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.